Majority of people do not hit the goals that they set for themselves, and it's not because they don't work hard, it's because they lack the vision that they need in order to hit those goals. And I'm going to break down in this video how I've made millions of dollars online, how I've retired my wife, how I've stacked cash and built the life that I've always wanted to build, and it didn't always come from the tactics, right? On my channel, I always teach tactics, ads, lead gen, sales, all these different things. But in this video, I'm going to break down why most people don't hit their goals, right? So most people don't hit their goals, one, because they set goals on too short of a time frame, right? First things first, New Year's resolutions are a bunch of BS. You can't accomplish that much in 12 months, but in 3 years, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to, anything. Because it compounds when you set a bigger goal. The problem is we've been conditioned to think, hey, I'm setting a goal for a couple months down the line or a year down the line. And the problem is this keeps us thinking small. This keeps us contained in this little bubble of like, what can I achieve this year realistically? And it makes you play small. And I don't want you playing small. If you're watching this video, you don't want to play small either. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to break down how to think bigger and how to actually bring it into your life. And so I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I believe in having a life manifesto that you plan out what you want 3 years down the line. And it makes you stretch your beliefs. It pushes you to think outside of the box. And I think that that's where the growth really happens. When you push yourself and you kind of get uncomfortable, you sit there and you're like, can I really achieve that? Right? And so guys, in this video, I'm going to break down why most people don't do that, right? So first things first, we set a goal and you forget it. You set a goal and you don't hold yourself accountable, nor do you remind yourself of this goal, right? Two, your brain doesn't see it and therefore you don't really believe that it's a thing, right? And so guys, what I encourage you to do is create a life manifesto. Basically, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take your notes app, right? I take your notes app and I literally have like pages of like everything I want to accomplish, from faith to family to fitness to mindset. And I'm going to read you guys some things out of my thing, but imagine this. Imagine for 1 second, you sat down, and this is like a perfect weekend exercise. You take a couple hours and this will transform your life. You take a couple hours to jot down everything you want and then 5x it. Okay? Say you want 100K in your bank account, 5x it. I want 500K. Say you want that $1 million house, 5x it. I want that $5 million house. Like 5x it. Okay? The goal is to push your mind. And every time I do this, I get what I want. It's weird. I used to, on my manifesto, I used to have a desk looking at the ocean. I lived in Costa Rica, oceanfront. My office was facing the ocean. On this thing, I had a certain goal in my bank account. I hit it. I wanted to retire my wife. I retired her. There's things I wanted to accomplish. Like I have this Lambo Huracan I want to get. As soon as I find the perfect spec, it's mine, right? I'm bringing it into reality by knowing what I'm working hard for. And so here's the thing. It starts, I'm going to break this down into a couple categories on how you can create this. One, you need to have power words in here reminding you of who you are. Constantly in here, I have it saying, I am abundant, I'm smart, I am rich, I am wealthy, and I make a massive impact on the world. I make a massive positive impact on the world, okay? There's a few other things I say, that things that realign me to God, right? So I trust God's timing, not my own. I know that everything amazing comes from God. I know my journey is unique. Right? The things that I don't compare myself to others. I know that God's plan is the plan I need to be on. Right? I'm a man that trusts God wholeheartedly. So faith, I'm reaffirming my faith because faith is huge in business and in life. And if you're actually trying to build something big, guys, you need to have faith. Like faith is the thing that makes us think that we can accomplish these things. And when you think you can accomplish them, then you wake up every day with a little bit different of an energy. And when you wake up with that energy, man, the world perceives you differently. You perceive yourself differently, and you execute differently. You actually go after the things you want. There's things, okay, so there's faith, right? I have a couple Bible verses in here. And one thing I like reading every single day is I know that God wants me to think bigger. God wants me to play bigger, right? I reaffirm that we have an abundant God and he wants me to play bigger. So faith is one core component. Finances is another one, right? So I have whatever I'm trying to stack up now over the next 3 years, right? And in crypto and in savings and investments and all that stuff, right? So I picture it. And you guys can get creative with it. Like I have like my actual bank account number that I created with Canva, and I put a certain number under there, right? So I can see it. It's my actual bank account. When I open up my bank account, I see the last 4 digits under the thing. And then when I open up my notes app, it's like, boom, I see like the exact numbers of the bank account, right? So I'm like bringing it in, like I'm starting to see it, right? There's things like I'm an amazing husband. I always take care. So before I move on for finances, so finances is a big one. Set big goals, guys. So faith, right? Whatever you believe in, I believe in the one true God and Jesus Christ, right? And so that gives us strength to do whatever. And I believe that we have an abundant God as well. This is where the problem is, guys, I'm getting a little off topic here, but the problem is people don't think they can achieve things. And they think that thinking big is like, they're not allowed to think big, or because we were conditioned in a certain way, or hey, money doesn't grow on trees, we're not allowed to think big. But like, I don't know about you, but that's all BS. I grew up very poor. I grew up on food stamps. I grew up in the hood. I got out of here, right? I made millions of dollars taking care of my parents. Now I'm taking care of my family, my family's family. Like I'm doing like whatever that I never would have thought was possible when I was a kid living in the hood on food stamps, living in scarcity, being told that money doesn't grow on trees anytime I wanted a toy or something as a kid, right? So that stuff doesn't serve you. You can create whatever you want. And we have an abundant God that, like, guys, we have this God with the streets of gold in heaven, right? And so it's like, he's playing big. Why are we playing small out here, right? And so, all right, so there's faith, right? Finances. I have my goals clearly, very clearly looking at crypto account, whatever, all these different things. I have I have faith, finances, and then my relationship, right? I'm an amazing husband and I always take care of my beautiful wife, and I always provide and make her life convenient. I go out of my way to surprise her and always on our weekly day nights. I'm intentional with everything I do with her. So I read this every day, and when I catch myself slipping, because in business it's kind of tough to be like, I'm always like, I'm scaling fast, like big things are going on in business right now, and like sometimes like I'll put marriage on a back burner when even though I shouldn't, right? But some days, like over the weeks, months, whatever, but like some days I'm just kind of like not thinking about whatever. And then I read this and I'm like, yo, I should go hug my wife and tell her I love her. I should go plan out the next date night, and we do them every single week. And those of you men, if you listen to me, set a weekly date night with your wife on the calendar every single week. No phones, intentional, dress up, look good. It doesn't have to be crazy, nice, expensive, whatever. Just set a weekly date night. Be more intentional with your women, okay? And then things I want as well. I have a blue Huracan. I own a beautiful house in Florida. And then I explain the feeling, right? I explain what I want, and I have pictures. You need visuals up. I have the blue Huracan. I have the house I want. Like guys, like this is the stuff I'm talking about. Like blue Huracan, like me, a picture of me and my wife, right? Like things like that remind me of what we want. So you guys all need to create a life manifesto and think big, right? Think big. When I put a Huracan on here like a year and a half ago, I didn't think it was like possible, but now I'm like literally test driving them, trying to find the perfect one, approved for financing, just trying to find the perfect spec. Crazy, right? And then I explain the feeling. In Life Manifesto, explain the feeling. I own a blue Lamborghini Huracan, and I love driving my car daily. I bought my Huracan effortlessly, right? So I explain the feeling. I love driving it daily. I bought it effortlessly, right? I have an incredible, I own and live in a beautiful house in South Florida. My home is worth over $5 million, and I have spare bedrooms to host parties and family, right? Things like that. Like another one. I bought my dream Cartier Santos, right? I bought the watch I wanted because it was on here. I had a picture of this watch on there. And I'll be buying the Patek Philippe next, right? So then I have the next watch I want, right? It's crazy, the little things like that. I have my business is making over $1 million monthly. I have that I want to grow my Instagram. Like this is the level of detail I'm showing you guys. I literally went on Canva and created a Instagram profile of my profile and put 100,000 followers on there. My Instagram has 100,000 followers. I teach my followers everything I learn as I scale up my businesses. So, basically, I want this to be a very raw video showing you guys how to get what you want. So, first things first, jot it down. Jot down what do you actually want in life. Secondly, go and put it on a notes app on your phone. You're on your phone all the time looking at Instagram, looking at TikTok, whatever you're doing for some brain rot, right? Like you're just like sitting there scrolling. Like taking 5 minutes a day to read your goals will be life-changing. You need to create this weekend. You need to create this today. The day you watch this video, you need to go create this. And then third, you need to think way bigger and have different components for everything: faith, fitness, family. I have also, there's like, I have a 6-pack, and I put healthy foods in my body every day, and I'm getting shredded. So like all these things I'm looking at are like visually reaffirming what I'm going after. And so guys, I encourage you guys to create this. I encourage you guys to, like, you guys are always on your phone, and the more visuals, the better, and the more detail, the better. And then I read this every day, and I will sit there and ponder on it. I'll like sit there and just like, and like breathe and like think about it. Like, damn, like me entering into a Lambo, me like starting a philanthropy account, which I want to start this year. Like whatever, a philanthropy, whatever thing with my wife where we, whatever, right? Like I picture myself doing these things, excuse me. Right. And so guys, this is just a very real video of like what I think helped me get what I want in life. And I'll be honest, you have to reaffirm good feelings with it. Because anytime I buy something nice, I don't really care about it like a week later. Like watches, cars, like jewelry for my wife, like whatever. I'm like, this is cool for like a day. And so I associate a good feeling. I bought my Lamborghini Huracan effortlessly, and I love driving it every single day, right? I bought a $5 million home in South Florida, and I love hosting parties and family, whatever, right? And so like things like that are the bigger picture. Like that home is going to be a safe place for my family, and I'm going to allow my family and friends to come over and have cookouts and bonfires and smoke some cigars and just hang out, right? So it's kind of like it's just, you reaffirm positive feelings to it, right? So what are your action steps? Go think bigger. Go jot it down. Faith, family, finances, whatever, friendships, relationships, whatever you want to do, right? Think bigger. Think bigger. Okay? The whole purpose of this is stretch your mind. You want 100,000 in your account? Make it 500,000. Right? 3 years is a long time. Like things compound. Things compound really fast too. Right? And so if you guys like this kind of video, comment down below, like it. And because I don't really make raw videos, all my stuff is tactical, but I'm just like, what is the point of teaching you guys how to make all this money if you don't even know what you want? If you don't even believe it's possible for yourself, what's the point? Right? And so I want you guys to believe that it's possible, because that's where it starts, right? With your beliefs, you wake up a little bit differently. You take a little bit different actions. You push yourself a little harder. You invest in yourself. You treat your body good. You hit the gym. You eat healthy. And out of nowhere, a year goes by, 3 years go by, and like, you're a different man, a different woman, different human being. People don't recognize you. And that's how it should be. So let me know if you guys like this kind of content, and have an amazing weekend. Get after it. Make this happen.